Recently I had somebody ask me a question regarding spin drift and whether I calculate for it in the shooting that I do. So I wanted to shoot a video and give you guys a definition or my opinion of what spin drift is and calculate a formula to estimate how much movement you're going to see with a specific caliber. The best way to do that is with a football and pretend the football is a bullet. The next thing is you're going to need some water and pretend the water is air. So if I took the football and put it into a kid's pool filled with water, and we had a right-handed twist barrel, which means the bullet's going to spin to the right, and I spun my football to the right, the drag is going to be created on the downside and it's going to pull off to the right. If you have a left-handed twist barrel, just the opposite. We're going to spin this to the left, the drag is going to be on this side, and it's eventually going to pull itself to the left. So how much movement do you actually see in the shooting that you do? A majority of the shooting that I do is from 100 to 1,000 yards. I may go past that a few times, but 99% of the stuff I do is right in that range. So what I did was drop a diagram from 100 to 1,000 yards. I used my Kestrel to figure out some data on a popular caliber. So I just pulled a 308, and that's been around for a while. There's a lot of data, and the military uses it, so it's a good starting point to figure some of this stuff out. So I drew it on the chalkboard here, and this is what I came up with. Over here I got my range from 100 to 1,000, and then I got my spin drift over here. Same distances matched up. So at 100 yards, that's where my zero is going to be. No movement. At 200 yards, we're going to see 1/4 of an inch of movement left or right. Right-handed twist can be to the right, left-handed is going to be opposite. 300 yards, 0.68 inches. 400, 1.31 inches. All the way down to 1,000 yards, and that's basically where we would have any issue. So 1,000 yards, bullet movement is 11.57 inch, just under a foot. So should you calculate for this in your style of shooting? I guess it depends on what you plan on doing. If you're shooting F-class matches where you need to shoot like a really small object or an X-ring or something like that, you may want to calculate this into your formula. But as far as like a tactical bolt gun match or just shooting for fun, I really don't think you should confuse yourself with all these extra numbers to create a firing solution that works. 99 or 100% of the people are going to say all their misses come from the wind. The bullet dropping is predictable, especially with technology and gear, computers. We can figure out the bullet drop pretty consistently, but the wind is what throws you off, and that's actually what takes years to master. And the only way to really master that is to get behind your gun in different winds and try and keep track of all this data. And that's how you're going to get good at wind calls. Once again, this is all done with a specific caliber, a barrel length, a velocity. I got 175 grain Sierra, 2,600 feet per second, 26-inch barrel with a 1 in 12 twist. If you change any of these here, all these numbers are going to be different. So if it's 2650, this is all different. Same with bullet weight. So this is all just an example based on this specific caliber, gun, barrel, that type of stuff. So in my opinion, should you calculate this into your firing solution to make a hit at 1,000 yards? I really don't think so. And the reason why is because I wrote down a couple little wind calls down here. A 1 mile-an-hour wind, which is undetectable to your face, you can't feel it, and your Kestrel won't pick up a 1 mile-an-hour wind, will move your bullet 10 inches at 1,000. A 5 mile-an-hour wind, you can start to feel it at 5 miles an hour. You're looking at 50 inches of movement. So to confuse yourself with all this added math and whatnot, concentrate on the wind. Keep it simple, stupid. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys got something out of this.